Hey guys, just want to ask you to please subscribe so that we can all suffer through these kind of videos together. Because as you'll see, as we watch this, this is one of those moments where you just want to pound your head against the wall to knock yourself out unconscious so you don't even realize you watched the video. Let's all do that together. So hit that subscribe button and hit that like button so we can be bros. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm all loopy because I just finished watching this freaking thing and reacting to it, and I'm sure I have high blood pressure now.
Oh, here we go. We got Stifler here. Ask everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10. Yeah, we can do that. Go ahead.
Oh, this will be great.
My, like, objectively.
Your appearance, 1 to 10.
Okay, for me, if I base myself off of my looks, I would say, you know what? I'm gonna give myself a 6 right now. But now I think that I lost weight and I've gotten pretty toned. I'm giving myself a 6.
This is hard.
It's a number. Pick a
I have self-esteem issues.
You have self-esteem
We
issues?
all have self-esteem issues.
Tell us about your self-esteem issues.
I'll tell you that some days it's like a 10 and some days it's a 4.
Okay. So what is it now?
I think I'm sitting at a solid, like, 6.5.
Okay.
7.
Okay.
You know what? Self-love, 7.
Boom.
Wow.
Go ahead.
I think if you're ever going to rate yourself, you should always rate yourself a 10 because you become more attractive when you hear how a person thinks.
This is it, guys. This is just like the short I made. The same thing. The women like to rate themselves 10. I'm surprised the first girl didn't actually. And then they all say, you know, I'm a 10. I carry myself like a 10. I'm a 10. Just like, you know what? Just at that point, like everybody say you're a 10, and it just doesn't matter because the shit doesn't matter. Like, women shouldn't just be able to say that. Everybody should just say then we're all 10s. We're all 10s. And then everybody can live in delusion world because we're all just supposed to have a bunch of like confidence and walk around like, yeah, I'm a 10, babe. Yeah, I'm a 10.
Somebody starts to show you how they think they're hot, right?
Sydney hates this question, but okay, so you think you're a 10. Okay, Sydney, what about you?
She's talking about the mental game.
Sydney,
I do it every
I thought
time.
you would have learned by now.
Do you not agree?
That you like say a crappy lesson with it? Yeah, I've learned that part.
Okay, so you're still a crappy lesson. It's a fantastic lesson.
It doesn't
Okay, so you're a 10.
change. Yeah.
Okay, she's a 10. Jubilee.
7.
Okay.
I don't know right now because I had an allergic reaction like a month ago and it still hasn't cleared up that much.
Let's just say pre-allergic reaction.
But wait, why isn't she hot with the allergic reaction?
It just messes with my self-esteem a lot. And I don't.
Yep.
Oh, she's hot. Her skin's burning up. Her immune system's working overtime, heating her up.
But
really
nah.
like it.
Yeah,
But before maybe like a 7.5, maybe an 8.
Kiki?
She's cute. I would give her
Okay, she
7. Yeah,
declines
7.
to answer. Brandon?
A solid 8.
Oh,
Okay.
come on.
I give myself
Now I just look conceited.
a 6.9 on a good day.
Oh, you guys.
I like the 6'9".
Does anybody want to revise their answer? I have some makeup remover here. Oh, you can't see that, but
Oh,
Got
6'9".
makeup removal.
So some days it's a 6, some days it's a 9. Wait, it's upside down. Wait.
No, it's not.
what?
I'm going to
Or is
be
that
an
'cause she's
11 if you give me that
69?
Neutrogena makeup remover. Because I look better without makeup.
I'm not wearing any.
Because I'm like nearly 50
You're
now.
wearing some.
Then why do you put makeup
I put them on
on?
yesterday.
If you look better without makeup, why do you even put makeup on? What? You want to look worse? So that's why you put makeup on? You're like, I want to look shittier today. Makeup. What?
Oh yeah, she did my lashes too.
Well, that's.
And my nails.
Oh wow. Yeah. By the way, guys, Jubilee. Jubilee does nails in Santa Barbara. So if you need your nails done, fellas, Mike Davis, and you're ever in Santa Barbara, hit her
She's
up.
got
She does
so
I'll
many
do them on the
hats.
show.
Oh my god. I don't like sleeves and stuff. I don't mind. I dated a girl who had like a whole sleeve, but it was like very artistic, and it actually looked really nice. Like what she had done looked nice. Her sleeve, like it was very, it was like vines with like flowers on it and stuff, and butterflies. And I was like, it looked really cool. And like that, I didn't mind. I don't like it when it's like clearly, it's like some creepy shit. It's like spiders or something on your arm. I'm like, why?
I'm on the show.
Yeah,
next time.
I guess she,
I'm gonna paint them.
yeah. Oh God. Okay.
It was your idea, not mine.
Okay. So we have how many 10s at the table? 2. We got 2 10s at the table.
He's just like, because he's always having to deal with this, as he seemed to be hinting at the beginning of this thing here, where they're like, we always give the same lesson, because he always has to say it because they always say they're 10s. Actually, in this case, only a couple said they're 10s. So
Table. I got a roast. Forgive me,
And
Sydney.
we're both from Sydney.
No.
Because her name, and you're from Australia.
I'm from Sydney. It's a thing.
Nice. Okay, so you guys are 10s. So that means that there are no women that are more attractive than you. Correct?
No, because everybody. This is just showing you everybody's self-esteem. Like
Everyone's
I
a
said,
10.
everyone's a 10 in my books. We are all beautiful and worthy of being in love and loved and all of those things. I just think it upsets.
Whoa. What do you mean? Of course, everybody's worthy of being in love and being loved. What does that have to do with being a 10? I feel like she's conflating things.
Me when everybody says that they're lower than a 10. Like, come on, guys.
I mean, that's just delusion. If everyone's a 10,
of
it's just
course.
delusional.
Well, we shouldn't be rating each other in the first place. We should be loving ourselves
Well,
exactly the way we are.
Well, we all make judgment calls about people's various traits. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
Either
and
physical
it's not cool.
characteristics or it's not good.
No, not at all.
So you have no standards or boundaries when it comes to who you pick to date?
The guy said on your looks.
Yeah, your looks.
So
That's a huge thing for both men and women.
Yeah. I mean, there's things like talent crush, people who make you laugh. You can
Sure.
find somebody so attractive from so many
Yeah.
different ways. I mean, I've dated everyone, like somebody who was paraplegic in a wheelchair to dwarfism. I don't care. I just think we're all beautiful and this shit needs to stop.
But we're just talking about, like, when they're talking about rating somebody in their looks, it's about your initial view. You're like you guys are looking at me and you're thinking, that dude's a 3, or you're thinking that dude's a 6. No, like, it's just an initial reaction, and then you might get to know me and you'd be like, hey, that dude's actually an 8, or that dude's a 1 because he's fucking annoying. Like, it could be anything. It's just initially based on looks. Especially we can all say for women, we know women can really fall in love with somebody's personality and humor and that type of thing. Like I've done videos on this before where women have had to pick between like the super hot guy or a guy who's like super funny, as an example. And generally they'll pick the funny guy. It's just, we're talking about initial. That's it. But she's also like much older than them. I think I didn't include this in the beginning of the video, but I think she's like 49 or something, or going to be 50. Although she doesn't look that old. So when she's talking about, I don't want to take off my makeup, or sorry, if I take off my makeup, I go to being 11, I'm like, you're almost 50, lady. If you take off your makeup, we're probably going to see a lot of blemishes and wrinkles and whatever the heck, and you're probably not going to look as good. So if she took off her makeup and she looked better than with it, I would just hand it to her. I'm like, shit, you're right. Like, you are way more beautiful without it. But of course she didn't actually do it, so never know.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, that's a very idealistic, I mean, and perhaps you're an outlier, but the fact of the matter is that for most people, for both men and women, looks play a pretty major factor
Yeah,
in
I know. It's sad.
picking a partner.
I
I don't
know.
think it's sad.
I think
you should look at other things too.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely. And it's nice to take care of yourself. Don't get me wrong, I'm a health and wellness expert. But at the end of the day, our intentions and our hearts are what's beautiful. Bottom line.
I'd like to revise my answer then.
Good.
What?
I'm an 8 with a great ass. I have a really good ass, so I'm gonna round it
A lot
up.
of good assets.
I don't think she got the part about the heart, the insides being the important part there.
Check? Or fit check? I mean, you can't say that and then not.
Absolutely not.
No.
Follow my Instagram.
Anyone else want to revise?
I thought you were going to revise to a 10. But okay, no, but if everyone's a 10, then
Great. What a happy
okay,
world.
then okay, here's the thing. If I think I'm a 10,
Wait. She said, great, we're a happy world. Maybe when you're just sitting there at home, like if I'm walking around, I'm like, I'm a 10. Yeah, I might feel happy, but then I go out in the real world and somebody who's actually a 10 keeps getting all the women from me. You know what I mean? And I can't get the dates, or they're having way more success than I'm having. And I'm getting like worse dates, let's say, in terms of the rating scale, right? Like I'm getting 5s and 4s and they're getting 9s and 10s. Then am I really going to be happy in the end scheme of things? I'd be like, hey, how come this guy's getting it? I'm a 10, he's a 10. Why you keep going for him? It's like the delusion only goes so far before you just get like slapped in the face.
I want to date a Victoria's Secret model.
Well, all of a sudden, everyone wants to date someone who thinks they're a 10. Right?
What?
Well, your confidence is what's attractive about you. You say you're 10, I'm like, fuck, I need that guy now. Because it's your
No.
confidence that makes you hot.
Well, yes, confidence is attractive, but confidence does not take your physical looks from being a whatever, a 5 to a 10. Confidence may change how I like you, but doesn't change your physicalness. I mean, maybe you could say it would raise it like a point or something, let's say, because if you walk with confidence, you know, your chest is forward, your back straight, you're walking with confidence, you're not like slouched over. Yeah, but that should already be kind of like factored in, I would think, when I'm saying like, oh, I think I'm a 6. I think that should be, I'm factoring it in. Yeah. She's confusing me. Jesus.
Yes, sir.
Nah, that's pride, that's ego,
Try
that's
it.
hubris.
Try
She
it.
does kind of got a point, Brian.
No, I think you should believe in yourself,
Yeah.
but to the point of delusion
I think
and
Sydney said it.
pompous-
I think sorry. I think
Go
Sydney
ahead.
said it one time. Fake it till you make it. I mean,
yeah.
you know, to a certain degree, that is true when it comes down to if you project how other people are going to perceive you based on how you carry yourself with confidence, eventually they're going to have to eat it. They're going to have to accept it because you're not giving them anything else to
But it's
chew
because
on.
everything's energy.
Right.
We're
right.
all energy.
Yeah, there's
So
some truth to that.
when you said I'm a 10, even though you said as a joke, I was like, oh, you're like,
Yeah, sorry, just to touch on his point. It's kind of like if you guys sat there and said, Sean's a crybaby. Good, my real name is Sean. I've said it before in videos, so I'm not spoiling anything. You're like, Sean's a crybaby. And I was like, no, I'm not. And I just don't cry. And I don't do anything like a crybaby. Then it's just at some point you can keep saying it, but it's just like, whatever. Like, it would just be stupid. Like, you would look stupid for continually saying I'm a crybaby when clearly I'm not doing any of that. Like, you guys never see it. I think that's kind of what he was saying. So if you're walking with confidence, if you're always projecting confidence. Shit, did I miss the point?
I just felt that from you. Do you know what I mean? It's just, and he's talking about it with such, like, do you want to revise your answer?
No, I still feel like I'm honestly an
Brandon, you're a 10.
8. No, I mean, if I
Come on.
Brandon's a 10.
shake off the tattoos, grow some hair out, slick it back.
I would love to hear what all
maybe
the viewers.
somewhere in the 9 ballpark.
No, you
You
don't.
do not want
No,
to hear
you
the
don't.
viewers.
No, yeah. I
Um,
don't think looks or confidence matters.
oh, what matters? Having a driver's license?
My ass.
If you're just looking for somebody to fuck, then yes.
Wait, your ass?
Absolutely.
That's what matters? What?
But if you're looking for someone that you actually
I
want
didn't
to,
say that. Why did you say that?
You said your ass.
No, I didn't.
You literally just said my
Yeah.
ass. Wait,
Bitch,
what?
yes, you fucking did.
I think she drank too much of your wine, Brandon.
Oh my God.
But
It's good wine.
okay, no, but
great wine.
Okay,
Let it go. It's not gonna change. No,
one
you're
of
not.
these
Because you
days,
do this every
Sydney,
time. Every time.
Sydney, one of these days I will.
Then you can rate us. Go ahead.
No, hell no, he cannot. Hell no, he cannot.
Sydney, one of these days I'm going to be able to articulate such a convincing
Let me know when you
point
do.
and argument that I will be able to change your view on this.
Okay.
Here, let me try. Let me do an attempt. So,
Let's see this.
you two are 10s. Where's the magazine covers?
That's the problem with the magazine covers. In case you haven't
If you're-
heard.
if you're
I've been on some Billboard covers. Does that count? It's not a magazine, but like,
Billboards?
yeah, for
It's a
my
start.
for Shield. Back at home in Reno, Shield. It's like this
Oh,
huge sporting
Reno.
goods
I
store.
mean, okay.
Now hold on though, because
I'll give you
Shields is
that.
like
Sydney,
the
you're a
largest
10 in
sporting
Reno.
goods store in the world.
You're a Reno 10.
No, but yeah, Reno's a little ghetto. But no, so Shields is like the largest sporting goods store in the world. Well, we had the largest ones in Reno alone, but it's like in Texas and like multiple states.
I think the most attractive one there is the one who had the allergic reaction, which is the blonde girl by the wine bottle in that picture. She's the most attractive out of all the younger women. And the older lady, she's actually looks quite good for her. Apparently she's like 50 or 49. She looks really good.
I got to be on that. That was cool. That's not like a. That was cool. I just want to throw that out there.
Okay, all right. I guess you're a supermodel then.
But thanks.
But okay, if you're here's the thing, like if you're a 10, then you don't have an accurate self-assessment of where you stand on the sexual marketplace, on the dating marketplace, in the relationship marketplace, in the marriage marketplace.
Wow.
Not for you.
Yeah, wow. Listen to where his headspace is coming
No, but
from.
you don't have a reasonable
Okay.
assessment of where you
Wow.
stand.
Good to know where your headspace is at.
Where's my headspace at?
Exactly where you said it.
In reality,
I'm just being realistic here.
Is
though.
that where his confidence is, where he just placed his
You-
headspace?
and you date at the level of your self-esteem. You want to date a Victoria's Secret model? By the way, they're all different shapes and sizes right now.
okay. And so what? I mean, yes, people like all different shapes and sizes, but in general, people like men don't like fat people. Like if a man has a choice between a girl who's fat and a girl who's not fat, in general, he's going to go with the girl who's not fat. Just like taking out all the other attributes, right? We're just talking about the one thing, like because maybe the fat girl's like a super awesome person, right? And she's so amazing and she ticks all your other boxes, right? And then you're just gonna like, well, shit, I don't care. I'll date her even though she's fat because she's so amazing. But you have to take away all the other attributes so everything's equal. If you could choose the same person, whether they were fat or not fat, you will choose the person who's not fat in general. And there was a small percentage of people who like fat women. There's people who like thick women, which I don't know, like at what point you want to say fat or obese is and all that type of stuff. Like there's ranges, right? There's ranges. And there's some people who like women who are like all muscly and shit, like bodybuilders. I have no interest in those women and they're not fat, right? Whatever. So they're super fit. I have no interest in them, but some people like that. So yes, you can get that, those exceptions, but that is not what most guys want. And then women have their own things that they pick based on, right?
Okay, but well,
So this is
are they?
We
Are they doing like the fat
We are
Victoria's Secret models?
redefining
Is
beauty. Right now, we are. This is a very old conversation.
Delusion, slave mind, slave programming.
We're redefining beauty.
We are rewarding obesity is what we're doing.
Listen, health.
You're talking
healthy-
about the like overweight obese women who are.
It doesn't mean that those women aren't beautiful or deserve love.
That's
and
not what I'm
saying
saying.
that.
but-
Also, a healthy body looks different on every person.
I'm sorry, but if you're
This is okay. I agree with her. With her, a healthy body looks better on different people. My father was always telling me, you need to be 180. You need to be 180. Whatever. If I was 180, I would literally be 0% body fat. I would just be a walking muscle, which is unhealthy. It doesn't make sense. So where I need to be is somewhere in that probably 10, 20%, probably get to that 15%, right? Is be a good range of body fat, which if I start at 180, probably I would be somewhere in the 200 the 210 range. So for somebody else, that might not work. Like my father, that wouldn't work for him. Like he should be like 165 or something. And my brother, who's 6'1", should be a different weight. And all of you guys, everybody.
Obese, you're not healthy.
But you can be also fit and lean and not necessarily well.
Sure, but if you're obese, you are necessarily unhealthy.
But are you hot?
No.
Oh!
Are you hot if you're obese? No. Is there anybody? Well, I guess, okay, you know what? I'm sure there's a very, very small percent of people who think certain fat people are hot. But I want to know from you guys in the comments, do you like an obese woman or man and you think they're hot? Like you would be like, they're hot, I want to F them. I want to know, because no, not for me. And I think 95%, if not more, people are going to say no.
Worse, so sorry, but that's ouch. That's yikes.
That's my personal view.
Okay,
I don't
so
find.
But isn't it? And so
sorry.
isn't it beautiful that everybody has different tastes in colors, sizes, ages, all that sort of thing? And this is what makes us so gorgeous. Is because what you think's hot is different. And so when you say rate yourself, this is why I say everybody just needs to rate themselves a 10, because what
I like the comment. Sorry, seems like the Aussie has really good assets. Fit check. That's where apparently on this podcast they get them to stand up and do like a spin around.
we like, what you like, what
She has a
everyone
little
likes
belly.
different things.
But most people can probably agree.
Most.
Yes, most men don't want to date obese women, and I would say most
Wow.
women
Okay.
don't want to date obese men.
Okay.
Do you realize how unhealthy being
Okay.
obese? How's this shocking to you for someone to say that?
I'm a health and wellness coach. I've seen a lot of people who are very overweight,
Who are unhealthy.
having an amazing sex life, a very healthy relationship.
Sure.
Even more so than people who look like magazine cover models and not necessarily happy or in loving relationships.
I have
What the hell does she do as a health and wellness coach if you come there? If I came there when I was initially 315 pounds and I was like, hey, I'm here for my health and wellness coach, she'd be like, you're a 10 just like how you are. Don't change anything. You know, you're amazing. Just keep it like you are. You're a goddess. Well, a god, whatever. Like what are people paying her for? Just to make them feel good, to like compliment them? She isn't like, well, maybe you should do certain things to your diet. I guess that's a nutritionist. She's just health and wellness. So frig. Oh my god. Is she just scamming people?
I have no problem with people who are overweight or obese having a partner, finding love.
That's what
being
we're talking
happy.
about, rating.
No, but that's fine. But you cannot say that someone who's obese is in good health.
I didn't say that. We're talking
But
about rating
that's-
ourselves in terms of sexual
But
attraction.
you asked if I was what did you ask? If I was attracted to?
Yeah, we're talking about sexual attraction. We're not talking about health.
You asked if I was attracted to women who are overweight and obese. My
No, I
answer was
didn't.
no.
Oh my god.
But it's okay. We're all attracted to different things.
What do you want to say, Emma? Go ahead. Come on.
Nothing. I have no thoughts.
You have thoughts.
No, none.
You've got thoughts.
No, I like obese people. They're cool.
Question.
It's not. Let me just finish.
It's not about liking obese people or not. You can like obese people. You can love obese people. That's not what we're saying.
This. It's not, I don't dislike. I don't dislike.
Go Lizzo.
I don't have a hatred of obese people.
Cancelled.
I don't find. I'm not attracted to obese women.
That's okay.
Why is this a hot take? Like,
No, that's not a hot take.
and women can have the same exact standard. I don't have a double standard on this. If a woman doesn't want to date a guy who's obese, that's totally fine.
We all have preferences.
Okay. But I don't see why there's such a pushback on me having. See, this is the thing. Men are not allowed to have boundaries, preferences, and standards.
You had boundaries and you've told me what you like. And I
Yeah.
also think it's important that you have your own preference. But the point is about rating. We're all talking about
Okay,
rate
we
yourself.
can go back to rating. Sure.
That's why, in context, that's what we're talking about. And what I'm saying is the obese woman can be a 10. That's all I'm saying. And your preference and your decision is different. But that's what's so beautiful about us all, is that we all like different things, but we're all still a 10.
I mean, perhaps for some people, someone who's obese could be a 10, but there are generalized beauty standards. You can line up 100 people and they can all kind of come to a bit of a consensus over, ranking and determining.
Yeah, I've literally done YouTube review videos of people when they do that. Like the 5 men that rank the women, and the women rank themselves and the men rank them. And in general, in general, the men could agree amongst them with the women, like sort of where they should be. They were fairly similar. They all had their preferences. The white girl who was chubby, like obese or whatever, she was at the end. Everybody ranked her at the end. They all kind of ranked them in the same way, even though they would have said like, oh, I would have slid this one up a bit more, or I would have put this one down one more. It was pretty close.
Someone's physical attractiveness. And I'd say if you line up 100 men, probably 90% of them are going to say, I'm not attracted to women who are overweight or who are obese.
I think it's so sad. It makes me sad.
Why?
Well, some of my most beautiful friends aren't a size 8, and they are stunning. And
they're not stunning physically if they're super overweight. If they lost weight, that's how you can tell. If somebody is obese and you look at them and you say they're stunning, and let's say you saw them a year later and they had lost whatever it is they needed to lose, let's say 60 pounds, and then they lost that, and you look at them and you say, wow, they look worse, that's how you know. They're either going to look worse or better with more or less weight. She's talking about stunning in the female way, where it's like, oh my God, their personality, the light that's shining out of their body is so amazing. This is why whenever I listen to a woman when she was like, let me introduce you to my friend, she's amazing, she's whatever. It's like the most craziest time that this happened was a coworker that I had. This coworker, I'd known her for like a month. She was very, very nice. She's like a bigger lady, but like an older, married. And she had a niece. And she was like, oh, you got to meet my niece. She's 26. She's so nice. She likes salsa dancing, blah, 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 blah. Like, you guys get along so well, your personalities and stuff. And so I was like, tell me more. She tells me this girl has three children. 3 children. And not just 3 children from a single father. It's 3 children from 3 different fathers. Immediately, I'm like, no, thank you. I tried to say it in a nice way. I'm like, well, I'm not really looking for anything right now. I'm just probably going to do this. I was like, okay, well, just let me know if you're interested in this 26-year-old girl with 3 kids from 3 different fathers. She's looking, she didn't even have a job. She had no job also. So she had basically, I don't know, she's getting child support and living off welfare or whatever the hell. So I was like, does this woman hate me? Does she she's pretending like she likes me, but does she actually secretly oh, I want to get that bastard. I hate that sucker. He's coming here from this other place. He thinks he's a big city boy, whatever. I'm going to get him. What? Or did she actually generally think, oh my God, my niece is so amazing and whatever. Oh my God, I need to set her up. And this guy is so, he's stable, he's smart, look at him, blah, 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 blah. He'd be so supportive of her. Oh, shit. Sorry, side tangent, but oh my God.
Her partner, for example, is a hot...
It's a preference.
Tell you what.
Yeah.
Tell you what. As soon as women start dating men shorter than them, fine.
I have.
Fine.
I have. The last guy I did cheated on me with his ex.
I'm 5 feet and I have.
Good girl.
No, it's not a good girl
you've
thing.
dated a guy
it's
who
like,
was
do what you want.
4'11"? Okay, well, that's like
they're hard to find too.
0.01%
that are my age that are
percentile.
shorter than me. Yeah, no, I know.
It's a very small percentage.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm short. I'm kind of tiny, but
okay, so
I don't know.
Okay, but you're gonna tell me that broadly speaking, women don't have a height preference for men who are taller
Everyone
than
has a
them.
different preference.
Yeah.
But you guys don't
Let
want.
her, go yell it back at her. I'm not of this.
I'm not yelling. I'm just like, we're having a debate here.
I say we move on.
I don't
No,
wanna
no,
hop
we'll
on that.
continue.
You continue.
Like,
You wanted debates, you wanted different opinions.
no, I'm not upset. I'm just engaging in the debate.
Good.
But
And I don't know who your audience is, but I'm sure that there are some people that are overweight, and it's important for them to understand that they're also a 10. And that's what I care deeply about.
You're not.
No. Look, and I'm all about self-confidence and not being depressed on yourself and all of those things. Like, you want to have confidence, you want to feel motivated, you want to feel inspired about yourself, you want to be happy with yourself. But you also need to be realistic and understand that you're not perfect. You have faults in different things that you can improve on. And that could be like different things. Maybe you're just really bad at public speaking. It's something you should improve on. Maybe you're very nervous when you go out to talk to somebody. There's different things. Maybe you have no sense of humor and people don't find you engaging and want to talk to you. There's different things that we can look at that you want to improve on. So you just say, look, I am whatever number I am, and I have certain things that I can do, but I love myself and I'm proud of myself, and I'm going to work on making myself better. You don't need to just walk around and be like, I'm a 10. Ooh, I'm a 10. I don't need to do shit. I mean, you can do that, but it just means you suck and you're living in delusion. Like, literally, you're just going to keep sucking. You're never going to improve on stuff, because what's the point of improving if you're a 10?
No, okay.
Because you're basically labeling them that they should rate themselves. Whoever asked that question, they're the ones that we should be yelling at.
Okay,
'cause
so
we shouldn't be rating ourselves.
I mean, if you want to break down, if you want to break down the rating thing, we can look at face, we can look at physique, we can look at various
it's getting
factors.
worse. It's getting worse.
It's not worse. I mean, we all make these sorts of judgments. It's a natural human process.
I met a guy with dwarfism. He like, you want to break him down? He's one of the hottest men that I've met since I've been in LA. He's got the most beautiful heart. And he said to me at the age of 11, he considered committing suicide. And he is so glad that he's still around today. And that conversation I had with him on the red carpet of a pre-Emmy soiree has stuck with me now, because that is hot. Somebody who
That's fine.
decides to love himself and rates himself a 10 and decided not to take his life. That's hot.
Slay.
I'm not advocating people should delete themselves if they don't consider themselves a 10. But like, let's be realistic here. Most women are
Notice how it went so extreme. She's like, you want them to kill themselves. Why are we going to the extreme here? That's
not going to date a guy who is a dwarf.
Whoa. Okay, that needs to stop.
What?
No, I
That's-
agree with him.
most
I wouldn't
women-
say general
So here's the
statement.
thing. But yes, and so if you believe that, then why not use your platform in a positive way to change that? Because that's the
Oh my
reason why
God.
that guy wanted to take his life at the age of 11 in the first place. Because of this conversation.
On an individual level, people are free to have the preferences, standards, and boundaries they want. Some women...
I'm not telling you to date him or die. I'm just saying consider him as an attractive person when you get talking to him.
But attraction, when you say attraction, that's something that somebody else feels.
Yep.
Nobody is owed attraction.
I know, but that's the
Nobody's
problem is that we
owed.
don't give
I don't
men a
owe-
chance.
Sydney doesn't
many
owe
women,
me
I
her
know,
attraction.
But so many
Emma
women
doesn't
don't
owe
give
me
men
her.
a chance because they won't even get to know them. Just have a conversation and
I
watch
think
their
we're
eyes
talking-
light up.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's true. And there is some truth to what she's saying. Like, if you want people to find people with dwarfism more attractive or like more interested in dating them, then getting them out into like a podcast or out in the world and portrayed in a positive light would probably help that move forward. I'm sure Peter Dinklage doesn't have a problem from Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones. I'm sure he doesn't have a problem getting a woman if he wanted to. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's some women obviously who don't want to date him, but he probably has a lot more success than other dwarves just because of his fame. He's out there, he's doing stuff, whatever, right? So he has other qualities that are attractive, and they might not care as much that has dwarfism.
Physical right now.
We're talking about
Okay,
physical.
I just want to make sure because
Oh my God, you guys are so.
no, well, you're like
Shallow.
it's not
Seriously.
shallow. We're also
It's
just
not
like we're
shallow.
talking here about physical, and then you're like agree with your points, but like you're coming in and you're just like, oh well, like this gentleman was talking about this, and he almost took his life. About like his heart was so beautiful. Like we're just talking like physical lines.
Okay, so you said we're shallow.
The conversation is becoming shallow. Yeah.
Do you have fake tits?
What about how before we went?
Do you have plastic
What
surgery?
about before we went on air? You told me to take off my jacket.
I'm not
Brian.
criticizing.
No, because you know what sells. You're a smart guy.
I know what sells,
Yeah.
and I put the heater on,
Did he?
so it's
What?
gonna get hot.
Exactly. So
But
I can take off my clothes.
You're talking.
You put the wait, Brian. You put the heater on so that people in the podcast have to take off their jackets and stuff? Does anyone get cold in Santa Barbara? Like, seriously. But I can't believe you called her on City of Fake Tits. That's awesome, dude. It's so awesome.
I'm not.
I'm smart. I know what's going on. I'm 50, man. Like,
Okay, but
seriously.
you're accusing us of being shallow, and I'm asking
I
if you have plastic
understand
surgery.
that you find that this to be one of my most attractive qualities.
I'm a nice guy. First
But
off.
what I'm saying is that when you get
But if you have
for
a
us.
BBL, it's a wrap. No BBLs for me. Natural.
let's talk about your dick.
Wow.
I don't want. I'm okay. Let's pass over that. Okay.
I am okay.
We're done here.
I think you guys are doing great.
What is
bantering, though.
happening?
We can leave if you would like.
No, I think I'll leave and you can all talk. How does that sound?
No, but okay, you've accused, here's the thing, you've accused me, you've accused some of the other people
Accused of what?
of being shallow.
I'm saying the conversation is getting shallow if we keep talking about only superficial.
But that's just the flow of the conversation. And I'm asking, you're talking about superficiality, but you have plastic surgery.
No,
I'm not saying
I
there's-
don't think we should use plastic surgery against that. I think it's also an age gap thing.
Yeah,
that we're
that's exactly
all
right.
in our 20s. So yes, we are superficial and shallow.
I'm 33,
This
Brandon.
is the wisest.
What? Okay, but she has she got bigger boobs. It's a to make herself look better. She got them so big that I'm pretty sure it's because she just wanted to look better. She didn't maybe she had smaller boobs before and she's like, I want to have bigger ones and I want to get attention and I want to look a certain way.
This thing that has been
40.
said so far.
I'll
is-
be real. I'm 22. I like looks. I like things that
There's
that
nothing
look
wrong with
good.
that.
I like hot guys. I like hot girls. And that's the stage of life that I'm in right now. Maybe in 2 or 3 decades, I will be looking for someone with a golden heart. Right now, I'm looking for not that.
But there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't think there's anything wrong with either.
No, and you know what? She's right. It's really an intelligent answer because when you do live a little bit more life and you go through a lot of hardship, trauma, life experience, whatever it is that you go through, you start to realize what's important.
That was the longest.
That's true what she's saying. I just look at my own life going through the things that I went through now being 39. I'm like, shit. In a way, if I could have some of the years back knowing what I know, I think I'd be much better off because I would just be smarter about stuff. But that's not life. So
Answer you ever got from that question, huh?
Ever.
If you're going to rent a car at Rent-A-Car, do you want to get a beat up ride
But
or
you
do you
can
want
have
to
the
get
hottest.
something?
I've had intimacy with somebody who is a model, but they look at themselves in the mirror when they're doing it.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
So, it
sex?
doesn't, so just because they're magazine cover hot,
They look at themselves having sex in the mirror?
yeah.
Like they're attracted to
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying,
By the way, I
I'm
just
guilty of
What
that.
is the
so
point
I'm
here?
not- I'm not-
what I'm saying is every single scenario is unique, right? It's like
what does that have to do with the question? What is happening? Women logic. Oh, here we go. I don't know what's happening.
you can't just pinpoint and package it up and go, just because this person's hot, it's going to be like that, and
Granted.
this person's overweight, therefore it's going to be like that. You
Right.
just got to look at everybody in an individualistic way.
But that's how it.
True, you have to look at people individually, but we make calls on things in a generalized way. Initially, we're talking about initial.
Usually starts is most people are looking at looks first, and then we start assessing personality and other traits.
Thank
but
too.
you're
you,
saying
Brian.
that people don't find overweight women hot, and that's
Generally,
where I'm,
yes. Generally
but
speaking.
that's where I have begged to differ. Like I said, one of my best friends is not a size 8.
Okay, here, let's ask the chat. Chat.
Yeah, but that's not the
That's
world.
fine. We'll ask them anyways.
That's not your
Chat.
whole world.
Who would want to be married to this woman? The fact that they're arguing about this for like 30 minutes or some shit, like, oh my God. You know, a super obese fat woman, they're like, she's hot. Based on today's society and how our society is and what we like or whatever, in general, no. But there are a few people who might think so. That's one-offs. Oh my Lord.
World.
One in the chat if you are not attracted to obese women. 2 in the chat if you are attracted to obese women.
The way you word it, you're getting the answer that you want because you're calling it obese. So you're not looking past.
What are we talking
anything
about?
else.
What?
You know.
What did you think we were talking about this whole time? We're talking about obese women. What are you? This is what you just said. Obese women are 10. The fat women or whatever are 10. We're not even talking about somebody who has like 20, 30 pounds extra. The way you were saying it, it was like some really large person and they're 10 and hot.
One
That's
woman
the-
might have the biggest ass ever and the tiniest waist and the hottest face. Whatever you decide, like you're visualizing something that is like, I don't know what you're even trying.
Obesity is a
What?
very specific. This is almost.
What the F is happening? I just like her brain does not work. How was she an author?
It's medical terminology.
We went from rating to
Yeah.
obese, medically obese, and yes, there.
We were just playing with numbers.
Yeah, and he's also playing with
We
words.
just wanted
It's
to play
word
with
semantics.
numbers,
Word
and now
semantics.
we're here.
It's just word semantics, really. It's just words.
I go for look. I mean, the first thing you see is their looks. Like a personal experience. There's this guy. He was 6'9". Loved it.
There's
had a great
obviously
time.
a lot of passion behind where she's coming from. She's coming from a very passionate point of view, and I can respect that. But I think Brian generally is just, you know, black and white. You know, like I see, you know, if you had a lineup of people and you pick a date, are you going to go out of your way because you want to be a humanitarian about it and be nice and pick somebody that would be not who you really want to date? Because
I'm not
based
saying
on
that you don't have to date.
attractiveness?
I'm saying people want to date people who are overweight. I'm saying that people
This is-
actually find overweight people attractive.
And
Is it again? Oh my fuck. Why did I watch this? Lady, again, we are talking about when you're initially viewing somebody, you don't know much else about them, but you're looking at them and you see somebody who's 100 pounds overweight and somebody who's fit. Who are you going to pick? Just on those things. You don't know everything else. You're kind of like, you don't really know. Hair, oh, it's fine. Okay. Like they're basically the same in looks besides the fact that one is 100 pounds overweight. Who are you going to pick? I already know the answer because I experienced it. And I also do it to others.
not
I
just
feel like
beyond a
we're-
fetish, right?
we're
not
going
talking
too
about
We're
far.
a
going in
fetish.
circles. I'm like bored of this.
Exactly.
Okay, so are there people that find overweight or obese women attractive? Yes. But-
And you're only saying women. Well, how many people on this panel on your audience are actually overweight and not with a six-pack?
I don't know. We
Exactly.
can't see them.
But do I think that they're not hot and I should rate them less than a 10? No.
Okay. All of the overweight people who are watching this, please contact her. She will date you and she will whatever. And she actually looks pretty good. So you'd be doing well. But then you'll have to deal with this attitude. So if you factor that in, maybe you don't want to. Because I know she's saying this right now, but you know regarding other shit, she's going to do this to you. She's literally going to do this. She'd be like, well, why did you want the blue car? I mean, red is such a nicer color. Oh my God, why did you get leather seats? We should have got cloth. My ass is burning.
End of story.
Great. Next
Okay,
topic. Next
great.
topic. End of story.
No, Sydney, stop.
Okay.
Okay.
He doesn't want me to have the last
No,
word.
Cindy.
No, I'm just going to
Sydney,
respond.
do
There is
it.
no last word. I'm just going to respond to what
End
you
it,
just
Sydney.
said. So, I just repeat what you said again. Sorry.
It's all right. The listeners got it. We can move on.
No, but just repeat it again.
No, it's okay. I've said it. You can play it back.
I can't play it back, but okay. So,
I'm saying that the listeners on your show don't all have six packs. And I feel that they should still rate themselves a 10 in terms of how they feel they look in terms of attractiveness, because there's someone out there for everyone. And just
Sure.
because they don't look like a model
Yes.
with a six pack doesn't mean that they're not hot. And I can tell you right now that they deserve all the love and confidence, because everyone finds everything different. You like this, he likes that, she likes this. So there is going to be someone that actually finds that person attractive too. And that's the end of the story.
sure, yes, you can. There are people out there. There are people that will find someone who's, for example, obese, attractive. That's fine, but I'm speaking in.
Oh my God.
We have to speak in generalities here.
You're
on
using
the
the word
show.
obese, but I never said obese. I just said in terms of rating someone.
Okay, the way we got to it was I said that I would.
Oh my
the-
God.
I don't think I'd be able to score a Victoria's Secret model.
But a Victoria's Secret
And
model
then
is
you
also
started-
overweight.
And then you started saying, and I'm not privy, I'm not caught up on the who's Victoria's Secret model.
I would have to kill myself. I would literally have to kill myself. Or like get some operation where I wasn't able to hear if I was in a relationship with that woman. I would have to like get like some kind of like hearing aids or like alter my brain so I couldn't hear her voice. This is the dumbest conversation that she is stuck on, and she's an author. She's supposed to understand words. She doesn't remember what the frick she's saying. She doesn't understand the nuance of words. It's just like this I want to be right syndrome right now. And this goddamn video is getting way too long, but I want to know what the hell happens at the end.
Right now, I know Calvin Klein has some
Yeah.
obese, overweight models.
Well, Victoria's Secret banned
I don't look.
size 8 models since
okay,
the pandemic. It
think-
was gone.
think of-
No, but I'm just keeping you up to date because you said you don't know, and it's a thing.
I don't know what the
they're
woke-
not allowed.
I don't know what the
size
woke
8 models,
companies-
underweight models are no longer attractive, honey.
I don't know what the woke companies are doing.
Wait, underweight models are no longer attractive. Oh my God. Just because like the Dove commercial, they put on some women on the cover who are like 70, 80 pounds overweight, doesn't mean that people think they're attractive. Some people might, but it doesn't mean that's the majority of people out there like, hey, oh, they're so attractive. That's not what it's to do. It's the culture and society is saying, hey, you need to do this because we can't talk about fatness and whatever. We all need to be accepted and we need to be represented and we're all tens. Essentially what she's doing here right now. That's why it's happening. It's because of people like her is why they're doing it, because they're shouting it out like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. That's why it's happening.
With getting
I'm telling you, I'm keeping you up to date.
The plus size models, I don't know. But
I know why she's
I'm
not
thinking
married.
like when I say a Victoria's
very
Secret
clear.
model, I'm talking think 10 years ago. Before that, the whole let's just get plus size models thing was a thing. I'm not gonna land. Who's a fucking notable Adriana Lima?
Lima.
I'm not landing Adriana Lima
Not with
in
this
her
attitude.
prime.
She won't find it hot.
Bro, you don't. It's not about my attitude. Like
is.
it's just. It's a status thing. It's a physical appearance
Let's talk
thing.
about something else.
No.
We know
She
what
keeps
you like now.
flipping.
I just feel like I
Okay.
can't even speak on this because I'm skinny.
I mean, you can have an opinion on something even if you're not. So, okay.
Oh my God.
I don't think we're going to come to a common ground on this. I'm just going to say that this is why you basically have women who are chasing after the top 10 to 20% of men and wondering why those men won't commit to those women. Because if you have women who just all think they're 9s and 10s, they think they're deserving of a guy who's a 9 or a 10. So it's just delusion. Average women are not attracted to average men.
I just told you were hotter when you said you were a 10. Just think about that.
Okay, but I consider myself like a pretty modest, humble person.
It's got nothing to do with that.
I'm never gonna say I'm a 10 because there's certain aspects of my facial features. I'm very like I can articulate why I don't think I'm a 10. You're not gonna convince me that I'm a 10.
And that's why you won't be with Adriana Lima and the likes.
Okay, even if I think
But
I'm
you
a 10, even myself.
They're just talking past each other. He's talking about his look specifically. She's talking about the whole package, the confidence, the attitude, the humor, whatever. At least that's the only way I can interpret this that makes any sense.
Perception doesn't change my outward facing appearance. You can talk about the secret and putting it out into the universe. I'm not gonna, even if I consider myself a 10, I'm not gonna be able to get every single woman. No, this is the opposite is what's wrong with the world. People having an overinflated sense of self and thinking they're hot shit when they're not.
That's ego talking. I'm talking from a real heartfelt space.
I think I'm a good person, but I have a reasonable self-assessment of my physical attractiveness and where I stand on the sexual marketplace.
Whoever you decide to shack up with, make sure she thinks you're a 10, and then you believe her.
Yes. Finally, she said something that was good. The person who you get with, should basically think you're a 10. Because the whole package, they like you so much for you. I agree. Thank you for actually making a point. That was good. Now can we move on?
I don't even need the girl I'm with to think I'm a 10.
Then stop rating. Bottom line. Like I said, if anyone's going to have an argument here, it's with the person who said, all rate yourself. Because that is so yesterday. Seriously, I'm done with it. Oh my God,
you're 50!
I mean, look.
You're 50! And you're like, that's so yesterday. Oh my God, what is happening? That's what I expect like a 20-year-old to say. It's funny because the younger girls are not saying shit right now.
You can say that, but it's a natural human process to make assessments about potential partners, potential people we're going to sleep with, potential people we're going to hook up with, a potential wife, potential husband. Maybe for you, that's fine. Maybe you want to view things in that way. That's totally fine. But we have to operate in reality here. Most people care about looks and appearance.
Okay, wait. Sorry. Can I jump in?
Go ahead.
No.
Just because I want to like turn this on its head. Does anyone have like hot take 10s? Like someone you think is a 10, which is a hot take?
Well, look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, who landed up having an affair with his maid. Was she a 10?
Oh my God. Oh my God! This goddamn woman. Who is she? How does she not know anything? She's 50 years old. What is happening? Is she real? Is she a real person? I don't know what's... Oh my God. I don't know, guys. This video is going on forever, and she's still going, and I want to kill myself now. I'm kidding, and I'm actually going to kill myself. Shit, I started off with a thing saying you guys call me a crybaby, and look what happened. By the end of the video, I'm freaking sobbing. Oh my God. He slept with his maid. Men will sleep with pretty much anything. if they want. Like, that's this is just general. Plus, he was older, and she was there. Like, that has nothing to do with like him wanting to be in a relationship and marry her. Like, and maybe. Oh, I give up.
I
No.
think
You're gonna write.
She was convenient.
Yes.
There's
Wow.
a-
But you're gonna
Great.
write. But he thought she was a 10.
She was there. He was.
He thought she was a 10? Did you ask him that? How have you come to this conclusion?
I think
And
there's
that's
a
a
difference
10.
between fuckable and dateable.
That's what I'm saying is like 10 could mean anything.
Exactly.
Someone might be a 10 when you're in a certain mood at a certain time and place.
Yeah, girl.
Okay, but you could survey 1,000 people.
Someone might be a 10 when you're drunk and you're like, you can't even see clearly. You look around, you're like, that garbage pail looks like a 10 to you.
And show them a series of photos of people of supposed varying degrees of
Who
attractiveness.
said Trump 2024?
You could do that, and some people, there might be some slight differences in how they rate, but most people are probably gonna like, okay, this one, she's really attractive, this one, more average. People are going to have, to some degree, a consensus.
Defo.
I mean, we can all agree, like, Brad Pitt in his prime wasn't, and even today at 58 or whatever, is an exceptionally physically attractive individual. You ask most people that, they'll say yes.
Not my type.
Cool.
Brad Pitt in his prime. Okay, what's your type?
Not blonde.
Okay.
I'm a mild
She
teller
wouldn't
kinda
date
girl.
Brad Pitt.
Oh my
in
God.
his prime. Okay.
I like blondes.
Okay.
So, you know what? I'm just going to leave it there. They didn't come to any resolution, which I should have frickin' known, because just based off of what was happening in their conversation and how it was going, obviously they were going to come to no conclusion. And she was just going to sit there and say, blah, 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 blah. I believe that people's inside beauty makes them a 10, which, yes, in a relationship sense, when you get to know somebody, yes, it does. But that's not what we were talking about. We're talking about just physical, and she could not mentally separate that. And then everybody's a 10, and all this craziness. And then I started to sob and sulk, and you guys win in the end. Because I became the crybaby that I said that I would never be. And now you guys are going to call me a crybaby for the rest of my life. So, yeah, I should never upload this video. That's what I'm learning. All right, cool. All right, glad we're having all a great night.